In other news, tons of controversy surrounding the annual Jerusalem flag march. So in the end, what actually occurred there? Well, for the most part, thousands of Israelis simply arriving to show solidarity with the stated message of the march, the celebration in the unifying of Jerusalem in 1967 following the illegal Jordanian occupation over half of the city for the previous 20 years. Most parade participants just waving flags and singing and seemingly feeling indifferent to the shifting of the route away from the Muslim quarter of the city, a move intended to reduce tensions and the likelihood of confrontation. That said, under threat of violence from Hamas and the Palestinian Authority, a political tone certainly was present throughout the crowd. Both parade participants and march organizers, including extreme right MKs, turned the march into a statement against terror and against the new government.
Back in our country, that's first, as a son of the Holocaust survivor, it's not only a holy mission, it's survivors. Now, if they say that the flag is provocation, that means that being Jews in Israel for them is provocation.
אנחנו באנו לכאן כדי לומר לחמאס, מדינת ישראל היא בעלת הבית על ירושלים, אנחנו לא ניכנע לתכתיבים שלכם, לא לאיומים שלכם. מאוד מצער שחבר בממשלת ישראל מנסור עבאס מדבר על התגרות, על צעדה בירושלים עם דגל זה התגרות. זה הפרצוף של הממשלה הזאת, כך נראית הממשלה הזאת.
Meanwhile, crossing the line of protests, small pockets of protesters recorded chanting "Death to Arabs," among other slogans, prompting swift condemnations from the government. Foreign Minister and alternate Prime Minister Yair Lapid, for one, tweeting that the chants are a disgrace to Israel and that such racism and hate on behalf of the Israeli flag is abominable and unforgivable. Finally, many Palestinians likewise crossing the line between protest and assault. Under both Hamas's and the Palestinian Authority's incitement, violent clashes erupting against police in several locations along the route of the parade, and at least 27 people were reportedly injured, 3 of whom were evacuated to hospital. Additionally, 17 were arrested for throwing rocks and assaulting both civilians and officers.